Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you are all well. I am currently, well, I've cleaned one shelf, haven't I, of all of my retro games and stuff, the one behind me there that you can see. And I'm moving on to this glass cabinet at the front here. It's got a lot of toys in this one. So I think I'm just going to have to show you the toys with my camera, but there are also some really cracking games, like the loose cartridges, and there's a really, really nice game in there as well, a boxed one that's got a protector on it and stuff that's a rarer game, which I'm very pleased to have in my collection. But I just thought that would be the easiest way to do this. So before I start dismantling and cleaning it, I'm just going to go down the shelves, show you the little stuff in there, and then we'll get on to the games at the bottom. So starting from the top, working the way down, I've got my big Snorlax teddy up here, big plush toy. This Yoshi egg that I picked up from Facebook Marketplace, and that little Bowser teddy that was a gift. The Yoshi lamp, I need to find, it's a USB one, they're all bloody USB. That's one of the few that I've got that's a battery one, and I still haven't got that tidied up properly, but there's only so many USB ports you can have, right? So that's starting at the top, and it might be worth looking at this first. So this is something that my friend got made for me for my birthday. I think you'll remember because it's only my birthday in May. Oh crap, dropping it. So she had this made, someone felted this for me. So it was like the ring, the Sonic shoe, it's not really focusing very well. And the little, little Sonic head, which is so cool. I can't believe someone took the time to do that. Hang on, I'm trying to hang it back up. Probably not the best for a video, but there we go. Yeah, so that sort of sits there. And then in the actual games cabinet, it's not a games cabinet, in the cabinet itself, I've got this really cool Sonic and Dr. Robotnik, like, ornament. I was going to say it's a figurine. It's not really, is it? It's more of an ornament. There's a couple of Sonic and Tails ones at the back there. Those you can put on the wall. I need to get something to stick them on the wall with, but they're quite happy in there just now. And then don't know where this little Sonic guy is from, in terms of I don't know. Sometimes you know where they're from. Like, for example, that Knuckles, that really retro one there, is a Burger King toy, I think. They did like a, it was a Sonic giveaway, you know how they do, and just another random Tails figurine and an emerald there. Now this one, everything's like a bit more precarious in here. What I don't understand, and again, it's the way that the characters are designed, but certainly modern Sonic characters are quite tall and leggy. So see that Sonic there and Robotnik at the back, you kind of have to make their legs squat and lean them against stuff, or they don't stand up, which is really rubbish. Then that Sonic, the Super Sonic there, is the same thing as well. That was a Robotnik that I bought and built, and that's that little guy, and I can't remember what he's from. It will come back to me in a minute. I've had him a few months, well, maybe about 6 months now. Oh, which game was he from? I can't remember. It'll come back to me. And then there's these little Sonic and Tails figures. So this one here and that one with the hot dog, the one with the hot dog and the tails at the back. Mr. 16 Bits and Bobs gave me those ones a while ago. And this Tails is so cute. Like, he's really old. I don't know where he's from, what giveaway he was, but trying to get him clean is not happening. He's like a rubbery texture as well. He's not solid like the rest of them. So yeah, that's just some of the like little figurines and Sonic toys I've got in there. And then there's my shelf of a few Sonic plushies and a Knuckles plushie that I've got. But I'll crack on with the games because there's a load of loose, they're all Nintendo cartridges actually, that we will go through just now. And I have got one Master System one to show you as well. Yeah, so I thought I would go through them in order. So I think most of you know, and we've discussed this before, SNES, Nintendo games as a whole, N64 was the same. They always had cardboard boxes. So trying to find them in pristine condition, I've got some of them, but a lot of them are loose cartridges, and I really do need a display stand for them because they are just kind of sat at the bottom of this glass cabinet at the minute. So I need to get a proper little display unit for them so you can see them properly. But yeah, unfortunately, trying to find the boxes to these games is a bit difficult really. But I thought I'd do NES, SNES, N64, and I'll show you that Master System game that I've got as well. So the couple of NES games that I've got, I have got some others that I've been given as well, but they're not there. I'm trying to work through things in order. And this is helping me sort stuff out, because as I find it on other shelves, I can put it where it's supposed to go. It just gets a bit messy, doesn't it? So there's Yoshi's Cookie, a game which I've never played. I saw that at a game fair, I think, and just thought that looks really cool. I didn't even know Yoshi was a thing on the NES. I thought he was SNES only, but yeah, anyway, that's one that I'd like to play. It looks like a bit of a puzzle one, apparently. I could be completely wrong, it might not be. I'm sure somebody told me that though. And the other one is Super Mario 3, which is a cracking game. Again, I've not played it on the NES. I played it on another version on the SNES, which I'll probably come on to here. So yeah, I don't own a NES. It is one that I would really love to get in my collection, but I'm waiting for one that's a decent price. I'm not that desperate to get one that I'm going to pay through the nose for it. But at the same time, I would like to have one because it is the iconic like console, isn't it? Like it's the best looking, most 80s retro style one. In my opinion, I think it is the pinnacle of like 80s gaming consoles, right? So the next ones that I've got, we're going on to SNES. I've got another copy of Theme Park. I think this is about I've got it on the Mega Drive. I've got it on the SNES in a box with a protector on it. And I've got a loose cartridge of that as well. I think that was my original one. And on the SNES itself, I've got the code written for Theme Park. So there's a cheat code on it, written in pencil, that me and my brother put on there when we were kids. So that's probably the original one, I would say. I picked up a copy of Mario Paint. That was from CEX. It was only 20 quid. It had the mouse and the mouse mat. I'm not entirely sure where I put the mouse. It's not far, but I need to get my SNES hooked up and actually have a go with this. I had a lot of fun on this. So it wasn't just about doing like drawings and painting. You could do like little animations on it, only like 4 frames or something, but just little, it was very, very basic. And then you could do music on it as well. And it had that fly swatter game where you're just swatting flies. It was great. Great little game, that one. I spent a lot of time on that one. Next up is Starwing. I loved this one. I played this one quite a lot. I finished that one quite early on as well. The graphics at the time were pinnacle. As we all know, you look at it now, you're like, why are there just loads of boxes on the screen shooting round? But that was a cracking game. I love the voice from the characters in it. Like, I know on the N64 they actually gave them voices, but they used to just make like little random noises, didn't they? Little like, blah, 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 like that's it. That's the sort of sound. That's the best impression I can do. Oh God, I'm just an idiot. I'll carry on. Primal Rage on the SNES. Again, I'm not sure why I've got this game because I had it on the Mega Drive. It's terrible, and it's just, I'm guessing it's going to be terrible on the SNES as well, but I've picked that up somewhere. Yeah, fighting game. The idea behind it was good, but it just didn't seem to be that well executed. You had dinosaurs and like prehistoric creatures all fighting each other, and yeah, it just didn't have the same sort of it didn't play as well as I felt it should, and there was a lot of excitement about that one coming out, and then when it was released it was a bit nah. But yeah. Anyway, next one, this is what I was talking about, Super Mario All-Stars on the SNES. This was a cracking game, and it was the first time that I got to experience some of the games on the NES, so the older Mario games that a lot of you probably played on the NES first time round. But I'd played the first Mario game I ever played. I would say it's either going to be Mario Kart or Super Mario World. It was one of those two, or very close, probably on top of each other, to be honest. But that's got some of the older Mario games in. And one of my favourite characters I found, which was Birdo. I love Birdo. She was Mario Brothers 3, I think. She's the one who spits eggs at you. She's great. Great character. But that one I spent a lot of time on as well. And it was really nice just to see those. And they were old games then, right? You got that. And it was like, oh, these are really old-fashioned games. And I'm still talking about it like 30 years later, which is madness, isn't it? And probably one of my all-time favourites, we've got Mario Kart on the SNES. This is really hard now. If you go back and try and play this game now, it's like, you can race it, it's doable, it's raceable, but and you do get that nostalgic overload of the music. Like, it's just an incredible game, but it is really hard. I can't get past Rainbow Road on it now, not in the top 4 to finish. So yeah, that's something again I need to try and do. I've got these all on the Switch as well, and I know people frown upon the emulation sometimes, but it just makes it so much easier to record and stream, especially now I've got my capture card up and running. So that might be one that I do a little recording of. Maybe I might even stream that if I can get the timing sorted. Great game is what I was trying to say there. Well worth it. If you've never played that, you need to. Might be difficult going to it now when you've not played it before. You might not understand the nostalgia to it, but it is a good game. And we move on to the N64, and the N64 really for me was where I've always played with my mates on games. Always played with like my best mates and stuff growing up, my brother, my cousin, my family and friends. But I think the era for me that really, really hit home how much gaming was about gaming with your friends was the N64 era, where you could have 4 people, 4 controllers. I mean, like I said, Micro Machines I've talked about before, you could play with more people because they did that one with the ports that you could put in. But for me, this is where it became about playing with your friends. And maybe it's because I was at that age as well, where we were just hanging around and starting to have a few drinks and stuff, and it was really good. But the first one I've got here is Donkey Kong 64. This game is amazing. I had so much fun playing that one. Really good game. The Donkey Kong games tended to be good though. They were really, really good. That one's a cracking one to start off with. And then this one, Lila Wars. Now that's, I'm not going to do impressions again. It's Starbucks, but upgraded. But yeah, Lilac Wars is brilliant. Really good game. I played and finished that. Did I stream that one or did I record it? I can't remember. Did I stream it? I think I may have streamed it. I'll have to dig that out and I'll tag it in underneath because I had fun. I think I recorded it. I couldn't have streamed that. I don't think I streamed it. I think that the timing was still out. I'll find it and I'll tag it underneath because the gameplay in that's a really good game. It's a cracking game. They actually talked in that. They didn't make stupid noises. And this is one that needs absolutely zero introduction. This game is pinnacle on the N64. It's a toss-up between this and another one. So 007 GoldenEye on the SNES, not the SNES, on the N64 is just like top tier gaming, right? I've got this on my Xbox now. I will stream that. I am actually going to stream that on my Xbox. This was so good at the time, and I remember playing it thinking, oh my god, these graphics are insane. And you look at it now, you're like, what the hell are these graphics? But that game and on the multiplayer was just something else. Like, it was just something else. It was, you all know, if you've played that game, you understand and you get that. You sit with your mates, squished around like a tiny little TV and just kick the crap out of each other. Like, oh yeah. And again, I'll still say it, my proudest achievement to date, one of my highlights of my gaming career is slapping somebody to death who had the golden gun. I did it. I managed it. Daniel won't mind me telling people about that either. He probably would have done at the time. Oh, and this was a great game. These are great games as a rule anyway on most of the different consoles. Bomberman. How cool are these? Why can we not play these now? Are these not on Steam? This would be good. Why don't they re-release something? Why don't they do something on the Switch with Bomberman? Have they? And I've missed it because they're really good fun on a 4-player game. Or bigger. If they could do a bigger version of that would be insane, wouldn't it? But yeah, again, I used to love riling my brother and his friends up playing that one. That was always good fun. This one, I think a lot of people really enjoy this, and I might get shot for saying it, but this was Star Wars Racer. And for me, yeah, it was fun for a little bit. I didn't enjoy that one too much. I think my brother liked that more than I did, and I had a few friends that liked it as well. But for me, it's good, but it's not one that I would go out of my way to play again. But there'll be those of you out there who are going to be screaming at me because I know that one's well loved by some people, particularly the Star Wars fans, I would say. And the last one, again, we were just chatting about this one. This is Mario Kart 64. This is my original cartridge. And I can tell you that because my brother ripped the back of it and then we found a little sticker that came with a games magazine, I think. So we stuck like bits of it back together with that, but that's my original cartridge. What I would love to do is I'd love to see in that N64 that I've got, the button's still stuck. I never got around to fixing that. I started fixing it, I kept getting the wrong tools and ordering the wrong tools to fix it. I need to try and clean the dust out. I will get around to doing that again. I keep saying this. I'm just so behind with stuff like that. I find it, I'm like, I must do that, I'll get onto that, and then I don't do it. But that, my favourite track on that, I used to like the battle mode rather than the racing mode, and it was the block fortress. You know, you had the 4 different coloured blocks and you'd had the bridges going across them. And I used to love, and I'd wait and I could watch. That's one thing that I did have a skill for. I've lost it a little bit now, but I could watch all 4 screens at once because they're all in front of you. But that used to drive my brother and his friends insane, and my friends insane. I was a bit of a cow when it came to gaming because I got a bit competitive at times. But yeah, that and 007 on the N64 are top tier games and probably top 10 games of mine still. Really, really good. Really good games. If you've never played on them, you should give them a go just to see what you think. It'd be interesting to see somebody who's never played those games, how they actually feel about them. You know, from a modern gamer maybe looking back on an older game from that perspective potentially. And the last one that I'm going to talk about today, I bought this, it was last year maybe. I'd been eyeing it up for a while. It had been in the shop for a while. The guy in Stoke-on-Trent, Willing Game On in Stoke-on-Trent, where I buy quite a lot of my stuff from, he had this on his shelf for a little while. It kept going up and up and up on eBay, and he'd got it at a set price, and I was waiting for it to try and, I don't know what I was waiting for. I was waiting to have some money in actually, because it's an expensive game. And eventually he said, I'm just going to chuck it on eBay, but if you want it, I will give it you. And I think he gave me like, it was a really good discount actually, like 20 quid off, 30 quid off, something like that. And that is Dr. Robotnik's Beam Machine, but on the Master System. I played this to death on the Mega Drive. Absolutely played it to death on the Mega Drive. I still play it now. I'll play it on Steam occasionally. I'll just decide that I'm going to stream it because I love this game so much. I think after the actual Sonic games, this is probably the game that I put the most time into. Not on the Master System though. Never played it on the Master System, but it's in such good condition. It's been put in a plastic box. It's got the cartridge in there. It's got all the leaflets and stuff. He showed it all me, and then we packaged it back up again. I've never taken it out again, and I'm not going to because it's a very expensive game. Because it was so rare. It was one of the last games I would imagine that was made on the Master System. So yeah, really, really pleased to have a copy of that. I would like to play this version of it if I can get a loose cartridge, or Cynic was going to see if he could do me a little emulation one of it, but we'll have to figure that out. And I struggle with tech at the best of times, as you know. Just before I go, I want to do a very big shout out to 3 guys who have their birthdays or have had their birthdays this last week. 3 YouTube legends. I have had my friend Test Pilot from Test Pilot's Game Glitches, get it out right, put my teeth in. It was his birthday earlier this week. My friend H from Heiendoku Productions. We just call him H because I can't pronounce the name of his channel. And apparently I pronounce H incorrectly as well, don't I, H? I'm supposed to say H, according to my friends in America. But it was H's birthday earlier this week too, and yesterday it was my good friend Goldtooth Gaming's birthday as well. I will link them in the description underneath. Go and check their channels out. They've helped me so much on my YouTube journey, and they all know how they've helped, and I think I've talked about them all individually over the years. But yeah, please do wish them a happy birthday with me and go and check their channels out. That would be incredible. I have been doing a bit of streaming myself this week. I have streamed some RoboCop, which has been a lot of fun. I'm getting a bit of a nostalgic vibe off that one, not because the game's old, but because the film, we watched that in the 80s, didn't we, early 90s, and it's really good fun. It's a really easy one to play as well, so I'm enjoying that a lot. I streamed some Gears of War with Frank earlier this week on his channel. I'll pop a link underneath here so you can go and find that. That was a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun playing that. I've never played Gears of War before, so we're playing the Reloaded one. He's a bit of a vet, so he's been teaching me the ropes, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing it. It's good. We finished Resident Evil 5, Cynic and I, on Friday, and I have also got, what have I got coming up? I'm doing some Aloft with Val and Rena, so all of my Shenanigamers friends, I've been playing with them a lot, and we did a big chivalry thing last night, Chivalry 2 and some Lethal Company on Frank's channel, but I'll put all the links under so you can find all of these things. There's loads of interesting YouTubers out there who I'm really lucky to have as my friends, and I get to just play games with them all the time. So yeah, I speak about them frequently, but they're a big part of my life, so I'm going to carry on talking about them. But if you need to, I'm not saying you need to, I'm saying you should. You need to go and find these channels and check them out. But that is me, guys. I will be moving on to this big shelving unit. I think I'm going to do the whole thing in one go, because there's a lot of, or maybe I'll do it in two halves actually. I'll do all the Lego across the top and then I'll go down. I think that's what I'm going to do anyway. And yeah, I can show you the different things I've got on there, because you can see most of them behind me anyway, but I'll talk about them in a little bit more detail. So thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, if you don't already, please do like and subscribe. I am trying to do more of my retro collecting videos, as well as my live streaming and my other videos. And if you could hit that notification bell as well, I would be really grateful, because then you won't miss any of the content that I put out there. So thank you guys. Take care. I hope to speak to you all soon. Bye.